What's up, boys? Welcome back to another video. Today we're doing another mock draft. We're here on the draftnetwork.com, and we got the draft, which is quickly approaching. It's only about 2 months away, so let's get into the next edition of the mock draft, starting with the Jacksonville Jaguars, who will obviously take Trevor Lawrence, quarterback, out of Clemson with the #1 overall pick, which I'm sure we all expect. Number 2 overall, New York Jets. Also could be looking quarterback, trying to part their way from Sam Darnold, I would think. That's what I would do at least. Draft a quarterback at this spot and trade Sam Darnold away for either picks or some young weapons on offense or defense. So, with that said, I'm going to take Zach Wilson, quarterback out of BYU. In my opinion, the second best quarterback in this draft class. Number 3 is the Miami Dolphins. I've been giving him a lot of wide receiver lately. I might still do that because it just makes a lot of sense, honestly. It really does. Jamar Chase, Devontae Smith, and Jalen Waddle are the top ones on the board. Devontae Smith is falling on a lot of draft boards for whatever reason. I still like Devontae Smith a lot, and I think it's definitely a possible pick to go here. But I'm going to switch things up and go Penei Sewell out of Oregon. Possibly move one of your current tackles to guard, or move Sewell to guard temporarily, and then eventually move him to Sewell to tackle as he progresses. I think that's going to be the pick this time for the Miami Dolphins. Number 4, the Atlanta Falcons. I really want to go quarterback, but I give them quarterback all the time. I might go with something different. I don't know. I don't think an edge rusher could go this high at number 4, according to what I'm thinking right now. It could be a guy like Micah Parsons, who could be an edge guy, but there's some concerns going on with him, so I'm not going to do that. We'll go quarterback. We'll go Justin Fields out of Ohio State, the 3rd quarterback in the top 4. Number 5, the Cincinnati Bengals. If Penei Sewell's off the board, which he isn't in this case, you're going to go wide receiver. And I think a perfect matchup here would be Jamar Chase, wide receiver out of LSU, to pair up alongside Joe Burrow, his former college teammate. I think that would be a great fit there. Wide receiver, again, is going to be a pick for me with the Eagles. They're going to give Jalen Hurts at least one more chance before they draft a quarterback possibly next year. So with that said, I don't think they pick Jalen Waddle. I think it's going to be Devontae Smith, wide receiver out of Alabama. Number 7, this is going to be either wide receiver or corner. I'm not sure if Jalen Waddle will go this high in the draft. It actually could be a tackle O-lineman like, where in the world? Am I missing? Hang on a second. Rashawn Slater. Why can I not? Where is he on this board? Oh, I'm just blind. There he is. Okay, I was about to say. Okay, could also be a guy like Rashawn Slater, but Caleb Farley's a very talented corner on the board, and I think that would be a very good pick for the Lions to go with here, and I'm going to do it. My cornerback 1 in the class, just barely ahead of Patrick Surtain. Number 8, the Carolina Panthers. I don't know if the Carolina Panthers are going to do this pick, man. It depends a lot on what happens with the Deshaun Watson situation. If the Panthers are somehow able to trade for Deshaun Watson, this obviously won't be quarterback. But I'm kind of at the point right now, I don't want to give it that much for Deshaun, honestly. I don't think it's too worth it, so I'm going to go quarterback here. That's going to be Trey Lance out of North Dakota State with a pick. Number 9, Broncos need corner very badly, and I think with Patrick Surtain on the board, that'd be a good pick for them here at number 9 overall. Number 10 is the Dallas Cowboys, who, if one of the top 2 corners was on the board, I think I'd go with one of them, but they're both off the board. So with that said, I think it's going to be O-line, and I think it's going to be Rashawn Slater out of Northwestern, who possibly could be the best tackle in the draft. Very talented player. Number 11, the New York Giants. I think if Jalen Waddle's here, they can't possibly pass on him. He's very talented. Wide receiver out of Alabama. Had a lot of injuries this year, or he could be higher up in the draft board. Number 12, San Francisco 49ers. They could be looking for a quarterback. They could trade down for Mac Jones, but Mac Jones at 12, in my opinion, would not be a very good pick at all for the 49ers. And with the top 2 corners off the board as well, I think they're going to go O-line. So with that said, I'm going to go down here with Elijah Vera Tucker out of USC with this pick. Number 13, the Chargers. They need to protect their newly drafted quarterback. So is it between Sam Cosmi and Christian Darrisaw? I kind of want to go Darrisaw out of Virginia Tech. I like him just a little bit more, so that is what I'm going to end up going with. Christian Darrisaw out of Virginia Tech to the Chargers. Number 14. This could be the 3rd straight O-line pick, but I'm not exactly sure about that. That could not be the case. Sammy Cosmi is on the board, though, which I think the Vikings would like a lot, so I'm actually going to go with that. Sam Cosmi out of Texas. Number 15, the New England Patriots. Don't think about it 1 second. Turn in your draft card immediately and take Kyle Pitts out of Florida. That would be a very good pickup for New England. They could be looking quarterback though. But number 16, the Cardinals. Multiple ways to go. Could be a running back spot. This could be a spot where the number 1 running back in the class could go. Very, very possible. J.C. Horn still is on the board though, and I definitely would prioritize corner over running back. Kwity Paye is also on the board, which could be big for them, but I don't think they go that route. I think they go corner. I'm going to go J.C. Horn out of South Carolina. Number 17, the Las Vegas Raiders. Definitely looking for an edge rusher. I think Kwity Paye would fit them very, very nicely in that defense that they run. Kwity Paye out of Michigan. There he is. Number 18, the second first-round pick for the Miami Dolphins. This is their actual pick. The other pick was theirs from the Texans. So they drafted Penei Sewell with the 3rd overall pick. So here was the 18th overall pick. This could be a wide receiver weapon. Rashad Bateman is very, very good and still on the board. It could be a defensive player like a edge rusher. But I don't think they're gonna do that. I think they do go wide receiver. I think they end up going Rashad Bateman out of Minnesota. Very talented player. Number 19, the Washington Football Team. This could be Mac Jones. I'm thinking more and more Mac Jones is going to go somewhere in the 1st round. I could see a team like the Patriots or the 49ers trading down for him. Or maybe a team like even the Bears maybe having to trade out for him. But in this scenario, I think Mac Jones is able to go to the football team as the 19th overall pick. Number 20, a team that probably would have loved to see Mac Jones fall to them at 20. The Chicago Bears. Since quarterback is off the board, I think they got to go O-line. That O-line has to just do better. So with that said, we got Jalen Mayfield, Tevin Jenkins on the board. So I think one of them is going to be the pick. And I think I'm going to go Tevin Jenkins out of Oklahoma State. There it is. Number 21. The Indianapolis Colts. They just traded for Carson Wentz. So if they're going to trade for Carson Wentz, they have to focus on O-line to help him out with something there. I think the wide receiver weapons are decent. That also could be a pick here. But could be Kadarius Toney, but I am going to go offensive line, try to protect the man. So I'm going to go Jalen Mayfield out of Michigan. Number 22, Tennessee Titans. For me, this is going to be edge rusher. And they could very likely go with Micah Parsons, who has been falling, who I've had falling in the draft. Who could be a hybrid linebacker for him. But I think they go Joseph Osai out of Texas here with this pick. Alright, number 23, the New York Jets with their second first round pick, which belonged to the Seahawks, I believe, from the Jamal Adams trade, if I'm not mistaken. They took Zach Wilson with a second overall pick, quarterback out of BYU earlier, and now, I think with Micah Parsons on the board, a guy who is projected, who could be easily a top 5 pick in this draft. Falling to 23, the Jets, they need every position, so might as well take the best player available and Micah Parsons out of Penn State. Number 24 is the Pittsburgh Steelers, who definitely could use an O-lineman, but with the O-line options that are available, I don't know, man. They could be trading down to get an O-lineman later, because I'm not sure about the options that are available. I'm not sure about James Conner for the future, so this actually could be very likely to be the first running back off the board, and I'm actually going to go with that. I'm going to go with Najee Harris out of Alabama. Number 25, the Jacksonville Jaguars have their second first round pick after taking Trevor Lawrence at the number 1 overall pick and now the 25th pick, and could go with protecting Trevor Lawrence if a guy like James Mayfield or Tevin Jenkins was on the board, but since they're both off the board in this specific case, I think they go safety. Safety's a big need. I think they go with the best safety on the board, in my opinion, and in the entire draft, Trayvon Mullen out of TCU. Number 26 is going to be the Cleveland Browns, who could use an edge rusher to go alongside with Myles Garrett. But as I've said before, Gregory Rousseau and Jalen Phillips aren't the guys I'm very high on in this draft. So they could go multiple different routes. They could reach down the board for an edge rusher. I think Carlos Basham is incredible. I don't know why he's still at 64th. Azeez Ojulari could also be a pick, but corner Asante Samuel is on the board. They could really use one of those as well. I think that's actually what they're going to end up going with, Asante Samuel out of Florida State. Number 27, I think this is edge rusher. I think it is going to be, I got to go Carlos Basham, man. I think he's a first-round talent, like, no doubt. He's very talented. I think he's a great player that would fit very well for the Baltimore Ravens, Carlos Basham. Number 28, the New Orleans Saints. The corners on the board, I'm not sure will be first-round guys, so I'm not going to go there. I think I'm going to go linebacker, cover guy like Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah or Zaven Collins, which can be a big hitter type guy. So I think I'm going to go Owusu-Koramoah here out of Notre Dame. Number 29, the Green Bay Packers. I don't know why O-line's a number 1 priority for them. I don't think that's the case. David Bakhtiari was injured a lot, so that's why the O-line was kind of rough. I think wide receiver or cornerback has to be the pick. And like I said about the corners earlier, I'm not sure if that needs to be where they go. I'm going to go Kadarius Toney out of Florida. He is very twitchy, can play anywhere on the field, and just a great player. Number 30, the Buffalo Bills, I think definitely go linebacker. And with Zaven Collins still on the board, I think it's a clear and great pick for them there at 30. Number 31, the Kansas City Chiefs. Offensive line is very important for them. This could be Liam Eichenberg. He can play pretty much anywhere in the O-line and do pretty well for you. Although Terrace Marshall is still on the board, I don't think they need to be prioritizing wide receiver like that, so I am going to go with Liam Eichenberg out of Notre Dame. And with the 32nd and final pick in this mock draft, the Super Bowl champion Tampa Bay Buccaneers. This definitely could be edge like Azeez Ojulari, but it really depends on who they're losing in free agency. So as the free agency stuff becomes more clear, this will be an easier pick to decide. They're also losing a lot of wide receiver help, which is why I think at the end of the day, I am going to end up going with Terrace Marshall out of LSU, and that's going to be the pick for me. So guys, here it is. All the results from this mock draft. You guys can pause to see every pick if you want, or just the team you decided. But yeah, that's going to be it for today's video. Please like, subscribe, comment, turn on post notifications, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.